Critically evaluating websites is a process that takes time and practice to master. Here you'll find basic tips for identifying credible sources on the internet that are suitable for an academic research paper. I'll show you how determining currency, relevancy, objectivity, authority, and quality can help you master evaluating information you find online. Not currency like money, currency like time. You should be able to locate the date of publication or the date the website was most recently updated when finding things online. Information should be up to date and timely for your topic. Relevancy is key. Not only should an author's credentials be relevant to the topic he or she is writing on, but the information you're looking for should be relevant to the topic of your paper. Authors often have their own agendas and biases, like selling products or advocating for legislation. Consider whether an author's information is biased when evaluating objectivity. Speaking of that author, who or what is it? Always look for clues that an author is an expert who is qualified to write on the topic. Ensuring a website is of high quality is perhaps one of the simplest skills when it comes to critical evaluation. Typos, unprofessional fonts or colors, and inappropriate images are clues that a website might be of poor quality. Let's say I'm writing a research paper on healthy water and these websites turned up in my search results. Let's look at this site first and try to determine its credibility. Is it clear when this site was created or most recently updated? Not really. On a couple of pages, there's a copyright date of 2016. However, that's the date for the website itself and not necessarily the date associated with the information found on the site. That's a clue that it might not be current. There are some resources listed. Unfortunately, they all seem to be out of date, with the cited sources being published from 1962 to 1998. Sure, healthy water is being discussed, so it's relevant to my topic, but we still need to ask some deeper questions, like, how objective is this source? Here we see opportunities to purchase advertising space as well as links to buy booklets, articles, and other multimedia. If a site's purpose includes convincing visitors to buy things, chances are the site is not objective. Next, who are the authors of this content and are they credible? Martin Fox, Ph.D. is the only name listed. His brief bio is included on the website, but it doesn't list any relevant credentials. I'd need to do further research to figure out where he earned his Ph.D. and to see if that advanced degree is in a field related to healthy water, like hydrology or microbiology. Finally, is the information found here of high quality? Sources are provided in the reference section, but they're not timely. Additionally, varying fonts, colors, and images are used. There are also multiple broken links that lead to error pages. This site is not intended for serious research, nor is primary research a part of its mission. Let's take a look back at those search results. This page is sponsored by the CDC, Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. As the leading national public health institute of the United States, the CDC is a federal agency under the Department of Health and Human Services and is an organization with a long research history. If we scroll to the bottom of the page, we can see the dates of review and maintenance. There's also an option to receive emails when the content is updated. That's an attempt to make sure visitors of this site have the most timely information. These things help to determine the currency of the information on this site. We can also click the For Specific Groups button, which leads to a page with detailed information on the purpose and intended audiences of this website. Though there are images found throughout the website, they are all relevant to the topic of water. The fonts and colors being used are all professional in nature as well. There are multiple healthy water topic areas we can explore. If I click on any topic area, like drinking water, I can find various publications, data, and statistics on the topic. This title seems interesting. This report on lead in drinking water includes a wealth of current information that has been cited properly. The corresponding author is clearly listed along with her credentials, and I can use the contact information listed to perform even more research to make sure she's an expert in this field. Yet another clue that this site provides high-quality information. Throughout the pages on this website, including the home page, notice there's no advertising or any claims putting forth a biased agenda. This site's sole purpose is to provide research-based information on all aspects of healthy water using statistics and in-depth research. That suggests the information is as objective as possible and free of bias. So this site is current, its information is relevant to my research topic of healthy water, The information we found was written objectively. We can easily identify the authors and creators of research, and the information has been reviewed and maintained to ensure the highest quality. Keep in mind that there's no single indicator of the quality or credibility of a website. Critically evaluating websites means asking these important questions and finding their answers before you decide to include and cite the information you find in your own research. The quality of your paper and your own credibility as an author depend on how well you're able to critically evaluate information sources. And remember, if you need additional research help, be sure to visit our Ask Us page, library.vcu.edu/askus.